We're going to open this one up tonight with, it's Wednesday night and I'm already fucking exhausted. But good
Okay.
night. We know we're live. We're live, Carol. Hello. That's how I open this show tonight.
Hello.
Good thing. Saturday, I ain't going to be here. Hopefully, you're going to see me at this time on Saturday night with a whole lot of fucking twinkling lights around me.
I'm jealous, Mike.
We'll get into that later.
So jealous.
I'm not, and don't worry, there's not going to be any of this bullshit pizza thing battle live because the last thing I go into the city for is pizza. That's if I'm staying there, I'll have pizza, but I don't go there to just, because it's a waste of a trip.
Eat pizza.
Yeah. Unless I happen to find my way down to Coney Island, that's different. You know, I should go to Coney Island, do a live from there too.
Yeah, with the big wheel.
Problem is, there's so many damn things I want to catch up. I haven't been to New York City since a year ago this past Christmas. I took down there to see the tree. That's how long it's been, a year and what is it now? 4 months. Wow.
That's crazy.
No, I shouldn't say I haven't been there. I've been there for quick in and outs business, but I didn't just hang out. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't unless it was an absolute necessity to use a bathroom and I didn't stay there.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a subway since that night.
Wow.
How paranoid I got with this fucking virus. But I'll be legit on Friday.
I heard the subways are fun.
Subways are awesome. The beautiful thing about New York City is you don't need a car.
Right.
You can get anywhere. All the way
You just walk over the bridge, right? And you go to Brooklyn?
You can just.
Is that how?
Well, you can walk over, but you can also take the train. But it is fun for a tourist to walk the bridge. You walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. Most of they have bike paths, they have walking paths. You can walk.
Wow.
You can walk over the George Washington Bridge to New Jersey.
Oh wow.
Seriously, but that's a pretty good hike. But there's people that do these walking tours on YouTube. That they'll walk all the way from Jersey into the Bronx, across. They'll go into.
Wow.
Yeah, they do these things through all the parks. But I kind of go and I always make my same loop. I'll be going out of my loop on Saturday to do the live with Butterside because I never go to Times Square. That's only if I'm bringing someone down that's never been there. I don't go hang out in Times Square. It's the worst place to do it if you're not, again, a tourist, because everything costs more. There's nothing.
Vegas is the same way.
But well, like I was just saying, we're talking about spinning you off of Keep Rock Alive into your own gig, which has always been the plan. Since you said we talked about doing this and you coming on, and I've never planned on doing these KRA lives or This Is Rocks forever. It's just another one of the tools to have in the belt. But if I got someone that wants to do that, this is gonna become you and me just doing selectively the ones that I just.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous at the same time.
Fly, be free. I'm walking, Mindy.
I got a lot of people out there that will say, you can do it.
You can do it. You got to get Rob Schneider. Schneider?
Schneider, yeah. You can do it.
You can do it. Why not? Like I said, my thing with these is, and I'll say it, and that's why I started taking the audio and doing the complete opposite of what I say. But it doesn't cost much, and it's just another tool.
Right.
You can't rely on any one thing. The only thing that I say you can rely on is the music. And I'll just
exactly
till the day I drop dead, because nothing else matters. Interviews, reviews, opinions, all, that's fine, but there are so many people doing it. I see they come out hard, they have a run, and it's over because there's just so many people. And like I was saying to you about Ches Kane, they're wearing this poor girl out to the point of she's doing anywhere from 3 to 5 interviews a day, And it's all the same fucking question.
Questions.
Why don't they just play the goddamn music? That's what I say. And that's why the KRA radio to me is the most important thing next to the music I put up on Twitter. And tonight we got a band who, if you guys are watching, you can pop in anytime you want. We don't, our schedules are made to be broken, like everything else around. We fly by the seat of our pants. But
that's right.
it's pushing now 3 years since I found them, and like I was telling you before we came on live, the thing that grabbed me, which I don't want to talk to too much until we're talking to them, is
right.
Just screaming vibe. Was the first thing I just loved them, and it's so many different kind. Like, again, not going to go deep into it yet, but they are a band that I would love to see live. And not for the band, they're the kind of band that I think controls the house.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean
I've been listening to them all day.
Yeah, I don't mean the room. I mean the house. I mean they're like that complete. Even if you're in the bathroom and you hear the back, it's out of a movie. The music is deep, and I'm not going to give up anything else like I told you I'm going to say about them till
right
here. So I get rambling. Like I'll key in on a band, and I want to know everything about them. And now I've been listening to it for a while, and the thing is, they changed over time, and I want to ask them about that. But I won't give that up too much, because if there's any of the Bourbon eggs that they're watching, we're going to ask them questions that nobody else did, like, who's got the better pizza, Chicago or New York City? Well, wait a minute.
It's an ongoing question.
And this battle may be won on Saturday night when I go to eat a slice of pizza, not of my own will, just to do it live, right in front of you. See, it's not 3 inches thick.
I wonder how long it would take me to order a Lose. I think I can get it overnighted from Arizona.
Is it worth it? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It cost, how much would that slice cost?
I don't know. Well, no, they send you a pie. They send you a full pizza.
Buy a pie and have it overnighted, because it's got to stay frozen too, right?
They dry ice it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that when I get off the air today.
You can't win. Sorry.
We'll see.
Well, Bourbon House is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, my neck of the woods.
Exactly. We'll see what they say. What else? Hot Tracks this week was, again, we'll make it simple, dominated by Plush.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! They just
for sure.
They just keep throwing out curves like I wasn't even made aware at all. No hints of this Metallica cover that came out.
Oh yeah, sweet. It's awesome.
So I mean, that between Isolation, which is just still ongoing, and everybody loves that. Then they put out the little 45 seconds or whatever, Metallica. So I guess there's another one coming. I know what they're doing. They think they're cute. They got together and they put together a bunch of covers too on top of the 3 new singles that are coming out. Very clever, girls.
Very smart.
And I never would have guessed Alter Bridge, Isolation. I never would have guessed, what was it, Fade to Black? Yeah. Metallica, ever, for reasons, behind the scenes reasons. I'll talk to Mariah one day when I see them, when I finally get to see them live, and I say, so you snuck a Metallica song in on me, huh? Smarty pants. Funny. What else? We had Etched in Embers on when? Last week? Yeah. Oh, this Mag Dylan song that showed up in my email the other day I played is doing numbers on TikTok. Pawns. But the thing that was cool about it is it's like, and someone mentioned it, it's the first thing I thought, it's like there's three different songs in the one song. Three totally different sounds. And it works. I've heard that done before where it didn't work. This, it just happens to work. So that was cool. Oh, Ashen Moon. After Silence, The Maniac.
Yes.
You didn't even pick that up. That was a new release. You missed it.
No.
You missed it. Mike caught it. Well, Mike.
Well, they released the video already. I got it. Cell like forwarded it to me. The video is amazing for the Maniac.
Yeah, it's on KRA.
I know.
Because Mike didn't miss it.
I know.
I just love rubbing it in. Wait till you're on
I
your
know.
own, and I'm just a fan, and I get to critique you.
Wow.
I'll review Kino Queen. We'll start off with hot dogs.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
The other one, a guy that I found, all of a sudden you see everybody catch on to this guy. I found him on TikTok last year, Sammy Bowler. He was
He
was just a guitarist that I found on TikTok way back when he was doing the unproduced kind of videos. This fucking guy has what I call, everybody kept saying there's something about the way he plays with his finger tapping. And, as many people that do that, it's what sets him apart to me is he's got the lightest touch I've ever seen.
Barely.
Yeah, and he's got super tone.
Like magic fingers.
Yep, and that's what I said separates him from the rest of these guys that, and again, they're all great. That's a totally different style of playing guitar, but
Than anything, yeah.
He has an amazing touch, and that's the way I was talking to somebody about it. That's what separates him. Super touch. Ritual Lights. He sent it to me last week, asked me to play it, and I said, you don't have to ask. It was on 2 minutes after.
Oh, yeah.
I cut it up and threw it on. But he's doing okay. I think a lot of people, it takes a little bit, you got to have a little bit of you got to be a little different. When you're an instrumentalist, you have to do something that separates yourself, because instrumentals, especially in rock and metal, I've never really seen one, that's either taken off huge or, yes, instrumental songs by a band do well, but an instrumentalist who relies on instrumentals, I think it's tough.
It's a tough category.
Yeah, people don't really sit and listen. I love to sit and listen to the spins he has on his music.
Right.
Even Nita Strauss 2 years ago now. Oh, Jesus Christ. She said these albums that I thought came out 6 months ago really came out 3 years ago. Now, with the way this last year has screwed with everybody's head.
Yeah.
Nikki Stringfield's album's been out for a while. God, I can't remember. She did hers. Who else? There's been a few instrumentalists recently, but everything's pouring in now. I have seen, and I've listened to more music combined in the last, let's say, week to 10 days, and I've had a flush, the questionable stuff again, but more and more, and the good is far outweighing the bad.
Yeah.
Now it's all starting to come out of the woodwork. Here's Lacey. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
What's going on?
Good. How are you doing? Hang on, I'm gonna make you bigger here. There we go. There we go. What's up?
Welcome to our silly little show. Did
Thanks
Carol?
for having us on your silly little show. Let me shut this door. I want that door shut. Hang on 1 second.
Do I hear a bird?
Okay. What's that?
I said I thought I heard a bird.
Okay, Freddie, I'm sorry.
No, I said I
A
thought
bird? I don't have a bird.
bird chirping. I'm losing it. It's been a rough week. Let me get the first thing out.
Yeah. Hearing things.
I'm Mike. Carol, I think you know already through
Mike.
chit chatting. I talked to you a couple of times in over the last 2 years, I guess, in DM, but I never had this set up well enough that I
Yeah.
could say, hey, because I've been dying to talk to you guys since I found you. It's got to pushing 3 years ago.
Aw.
We'll get into.
Wow, yeah.
I was blown away. This Jason.
Yeah,
How you doing, man? No, just introducing each other.
great. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Lacey.
Carol,
Yep.
Yes.
say hello.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. Hi, Lacey. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Hi,
Hey,
Carol.
Great.
Nice to meet you virtually.
Finally.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of requests. We were just talking about you guys, been obviously for a while. Over the years, I think I've posted on Keep Rock Alive a good four of your songs. I know you always take them and retweet
I
them.
think so. Yeah. Yeah, like all of them. So
Okay.
thank you so much.
But I mean, they always do well. And I tell you, there's so much to cover with you and the band that one of the deepest bands musically that I've heard in a long time. And I would we'll get this out of the way, love to see you guys live, because that's what we were just talking about. I said, the first thing that I think of when I hear you is this is a band that doesn't control the room, you control the house. And I
Thank you.
have no idea, but that's what I hear. So
Where are you out of?
I'm just north of New York City.
And I'm in Las
Okay.
Vegas.
So we got,
Wow. Okay.
we kind of got
Both
New
those
York.
places sound great.
Yeah, and I got Cal's jealous because I'm going to do a remote feed from Times Square this weekend just to drive her crazy because she can't go.
Nice. Nice.
But no, Carol and I, she co-hosts this now with me. Up until a few months ago, we were just doing the music, and with everything that's gone on, I'm just always looking for something different tools to get people listening to the music. And I said, well, let's just start talking directly to the artists.
Yeah, why not?
And so we finally got you guys, because like I said, I call you KRA family members. You've been around for a long time.
I see that. You always take us as that. And I'm like, yay, I like it.
But I didn't know until not too long ago, I guess last year, the Bourbonites. You guys got all over the world.
Oh, Bourbonites, it kind of just started this year. I just decided that we needed to name them, and we asked for what they wanted to be called, and that was the one that stuck out the most. So we have Bourbonites now. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me this, like these two fan bases would come crawling out of the ground. First the Slayer fans, and then followed by the Bourbonites. And that's another thing I didn't know about you is the horror thing.
Oh yeah.
You have no idea about that. We'll save that for later though.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Carol, she's going to start with the basics because I just like to get it out of the way. Because the way we do things is chat. Whatever you guys got going on, we don't structure anything.
Okay.
She'll ask you all the normal stuff, and then I'll get into the deeper stuff.
Right.
Okay.
You guys are from Wisconsin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm from
Yeah.
Chicago. So
Oh, nice.
we're kind of like neighbors.
Cousins, yeah.
Yeah. What part of Wisconsin?
Where are we? We're in Wausau,
Right in the middle.
Okay,
Awesome.
which is great.
I'm familiar with that. I used to have some relatives live up in Door County, so I think it's kind of in that area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Door County is very, yeah, cool.
Very cool. Lacey, when did you guys exactly start Bourbon House?
So Bourbon House, the name started with me and Jason. We were actually doing just like acoustic covers. We were doing a lot of like Muddy Waters, just like really old school like Delta blues. We were doing that for acoustic covers, and we wanted a bluesy name, so we decided on that. And then it kind of just stuck around, and we started the full band in 2017 was our first EP that we released as an original band. So kind of a long time, kind of a short time. as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because that's when I,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna step on you here, Carol.
No.
Because
And 27, our first album, you, I think probably Music in Your Bones.
Yep.
Yeah.
and that's the first thing I think of. The way I described it was it crawled out of the swamps. I said,
Yeah.
out of the no, I said out of the bayous of Mississippi or something like that. It's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, that's how we feel. That's where we think we came from anyway.
Because I even heard some there's some chicken picking on there. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. You used a mandolin, I know,
Oh,
on the
yeah.
first album.
Yeah.
Which we haven't used since, but
Like Mad Storm, I think the song was.
yeah.
This-
Yeah.
The first, I'm like,
Yeah.
and that's what I love. That's what I loved about you guys, because I think I found you early, because I didn't know too much about you, and I've been able to hear the change.
Yeah, we've progressed a lot, but we're always like, kind of looking to do something different. But we always want to go back to our roots,
Every song.
at some point. So yeah.
All right, I'll let Carol continue, because
Okay.
I have a whole bunch of things to go.
I'm being good, Mike.
I'll never stop.
You guys have been playing since the pandemic, am I right?
We've played a few outdoor shows, and then we did just go on tour just recently. We just got back a week ago.
And you're in the Texas area, right?
Yeah, we went down to Texas and Florida, states that are a little more open. There was still like things that they had in place, still limited capacity, masks when you were standing, although because it can't get you when you're sitting, I guess. But
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let's not
So-
go.
Yeah, there was some stuff. It was, not like an ideal tour, like time to
Right.
tour, obviously, but I guess we kind of feel like we wanted to do it. We don't want live music to become a virtual thing, and like somebody needs to like step up and start bringing it back. And also, these venues, I need them to stay alive, so they need to be supported as well. So yeah, that's what we decided to do it, and we're happy we did.
We're happy you did.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
I am so happy, and this is something we beat to death, and it's been spoken about a lot in, let's say, the last 6 months about the new normal and the changes, and
Mhm.
will live streaming, will or can it replace live music, the importance of music in general. And I go, well, I don't know, I haven't felt you guys out, and this is where I usually start dropping F-bombs. Nothing will ever replace live music.
Right.
I don't care.
Because live is live. It has to be there, so.
And I can,
If
that's what I
not,
was,
that's up to you.
and again, why I mentioned that, I can feel you guys just through your recordings and even some of the live stuff that you put on YouTube, that you have to be there to experience. Like I could say it all night long that this is a band I would love to hear live, because they'll control the house
Mhm.
and set the mood for the party and the whole experience. You can hear it in there.
Right.
You can hear it in Lacey's vocals. You're not going to capture all that through a live stream with, let's say you and Jason doing a set, or the band even.
Yeah, we haven't really done that either.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not, I don't know, every time I've watched them, I haven't been like, I don't like the sound. Like, obviously it just doesn't sound like it's supposed to, so we just, I don't know. We haven't decided to do that at all.
I hate to say, I don't like to take a side on that either way, because I absolutely, me personally, if I found it difficult to listen or watch because of just what you said.
Right.
The sound is number one, the quality, even the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it takes away, you might turn people off. And that's why they always say don't post. A lot of bands don't want you even taking videos for YouTube. You don't want to be seen in a bad light.
Yes, right.
It's not representative of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yes, what you said about saving our stages and hoping these, I mean, God knows how many we've lost, how many we might, whatever.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
You guys took you got as quickly as you could start getting them back on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're right at the cusp of it now, I think.
Yeah.
More and more, this thing's snowballing now, and
Right. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
because it has to. Music needs it. Forget about rock and roll alone, which I'm obviously biased. Yes,
Right. Yeah.
nothing beats rock and roll live.
No.
Right. It's true. It's very true.
Carol, go ahead.
Okay. Your new single, Dead in the Water, is supposed to launch on the 23rd.
Yeah.
We're super excited about that. Can you tell us a little backstory about it?
Yeah. Go. Your turn.
Well, I guess that was another one that the title was written first, I think, right?
Yeah.
We've had a couple of other ones like Too High to Care and Devil on My Heels. The title was the first thing that we came up with because we thought, okay, well, let's build the song around next. It's kind of a catchy title. So that's what we did there. And we wanted a song that was a little more hard-edged. It still has elements of blues because almost everything we do does, but it's just kind of a little harder, a little heavier than what we've done in the past.
Mhm. I think it's definitely the heaviest song that we've ever released.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tell you,
Very cool.
again, the progression of your music, from that, like you said, the Delta blues sound, and I was unaware that the band started really as you guys first,
Mm-hmm.
and you built off of that. Now, before that, was there music? Meaning, was there like any semblance of a band, or
No,
No,
really?
not even when we went into the studio. We hired some friends when we went into the studio for that first EP.
Wow.
So yeah, we didn't have a band
Wow.
at all.
Because
Yeah.
that's really what amazes me is, like I said, I found out of nowhere you suddenly appeared, and I was blown.
Yeah.
So really the backbone of obviously the band is you and Jason. You're the foundation of
Yes.
it. And that's what I keep saying, that they've got this, you have to listen to all their music. I can't describe them. The music is very powerful, and you can hear the emotion in it. And that to me is the blues and telling a story. And then you have to hear Lacey sing it. Because to me, the difference between a vocalist who sings the blues, and a blues singer who's the storyteller. You
Right.
are the latter. You've got the voice, you've got the vocals, you can sing, you've got this, I hear Grace Slick, and then like you said, all the Delta blues in the background mixed in with it. I can't wrap my head around it. And that's just
Well,
nature.
thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
that's why when Carol told me that she finally I didn't even know she talked to you guys, and I said, Bourbon House? Shit, yeah. I've been dying to talk to you guys for 1,000 questions.
He was so
Nice.
excited.
Want to do
Yay.
Bourbon House? I said, yeah, duh. She goes, have you heard of them? I go look on my page. Jesus Christ, they're all over.
It's
Well, I've been
true.
listening to you guys all day today. Like 6,000 Miles is an amazing song. Can you tell
Oh,
us a little
thank
bit
you.
about that one?
A little bit about 6,000 Miles. 6,000 Miles was inspired by somebody. But, it's just kind of a song about, bad relationships in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like how far away is too
Far to get away
too
from this
far.
crazy person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No worries.
We were thinking that if we toured Australia, you'd be far enough away from all of your ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that's
Is that 6,000 miles?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
there
like,
you go.
wow, 6,000 miles ought to keep her from bothering you, right? So it was just sort of a running joke, and then I think the lyrics just kind of evolved out of that.
Yeah.
I guess I should make that song my theme song for life. But
Everybody should. Everybody has a story.
there's a few of them.
Yeah.
But again, that's the essence of what we we talk about the Keep Rock Alive things. I should explain what we do. I'm just a fan who just happened to get involved with a young artist, and I mean, I have no experience in music. This is my experience. I decided when this kid went away to do something. I was the typical classic rock fan who was trapped in 1991 and earlier, because I'm that guy that when Nirvana showed up, I said, I'm done. And I stopped for like 20 years, right? But long story short, met this kid, realized how the trouble that rock and roll was in, and through a couple of things she said, Keep Rock Alive was born. And that's how I found you guys. I started looking for, I said, these fucking bands, everybody need, I can't believe how the health of, let's say, the state of rock and roll, that's everything. Rock and roll, blues, metal, all of it. That's all to me the same family. But and then I started to see what's popular, junk. So, I always look at it this way: McDonald's can sell billions of hamburgers. It's garbage, but it sells billions of hamburgers. All right, so we got to look at it the other way.
Yeah,
But the thing I'm missing is the lyrics you guys are writing and the music you guys are writing. I've always thought we kind of lost the poetry, and we lost the stories, and like you were just saying, 6,000 miles. What does that say to you? That's me. Where are those songs again? I've been through that. They're singing about me, or this.
Yeah, for sure. I think most songs that we write are very relatable. We try to write relatable stuff, but I mean, more than anything, we just try to write a good song.
Yeah, because not something else that people don't maybe don't understand. The blues isn't always about the downtimes.
Sadness. Yeah, right.
The blues is life.
Yeah.
And now I'm dying to hear this new song because I've heard there's hints of heaviness in a lot of your music, but if this is the heavy, now I'm curious.
This one's definitely the heaviest.
Now what did they do? I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm happy you're excited. We're excited too.
The evil music. But what else? Go ahead, Carol, while I'm going over my notes.
Okay. Lacey, what's your musical influences?
Yeah,
I have several. I grew up singing a lot of Etta James, Patsy Cline, and then Mariah Carey, even though I never could. I was a 90s kid, but then Chris Cornell was one of my biggest influences vocally. Yeah. Janis Joplin is, I think, a great front woman. And anybody bluesy, anybody who had a big voice, Robert Plant, Terry Reid, all of them.
You hear, again, I'll just keep repeating the same thing. I hear that in your vocals, your delivery, and I hear it in, now Jason, do you do the songwriting when I say the song, and you write the melodies, and the music? Is that how it works?
Well, Lacey writes the melodies and I write the riffs.
Okay. So
and then we kind of help each other a little bit if we feel like the other person is doing something that could be better, we say so.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll write this cool chord structure, right? It's like an AC/DC style riff. And she's like, yeah, but that's not a riff. There needs to be a single note riff. Make it into a riff. So now I got to take a chord progression and convert it into some sort of a single note Zeppelin style riff, you know what I'm saying? So we sort of coach each other and push each other. But
very cool.
Well, something, again, it's something else you bring up that I hear in the music, because Led Zeppelin and that era was what got me in, let's say that made me the rock and roll guy.
Yeah.
Beatles were my first love, and Led Zeppelin took me that next step. Your timing signatures in your songs. I don't know whether you're aware of it or you try to do it, but I'm like, wow, that is so, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say old school or throwback, but that's, again, something you can't just create. That's natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the changes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think a lot of it does come,
it's
naturally.
It's deliberately done. I mean, as in we're aware that we're doing it, but we didn't necessarily set out to do it, you know? Like on Jailer is a good example of where we change, you know, from 4/4 to 6/8.
Yeah, that was weird.
And, you know, I just wanted to come up with a fairly simple riff for her to sing the verse over. And then when she got done singing the verse, she goes, now I want it to go, da, 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 da. And I said, well, what you just did is not even in the same time signature as what we just wrote.
Yeah.
She said, I don't care, make it work.
Yeah.
So I spent 2 days trying to make it work.
That's
And then,
what, I don't know. That's
once I made it work, I couldn't play it. Like I would like stumble every time I tried to go into the other time signature. I had to use a metronome like religiously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's deliberate, but
It's a little bit of a beauty of me not being a musician at all. Like I can play like, you know, simple chords on guitar, but like I don't know what's possible and what's not possible. In my mind, everything is possible, just make it happen. So that's why we have a lot of the weird time signatures and things that we have, is because of my ignorance.
But that's beautiful. It's perfect.
It works.
Holy, now it all makes sense because
Yeah.
a lot of it, like you said, Jailer,
Yeah.
when I hear these songs, the first times where I'd have to go back, like when I'm at work, I usually listen to the band that I found the night before that I really like, that caught my ear. And the day that it was you guys, and I just had the music playing, is literally would make me turn my head like, what the, what, oh. And I go, wow. And I started, it's genius. It's so unorthodox.
Mhm.
But then I hear it's also so John Bonham. That's
Yeah.
what they do, you know, and even, you know, older bands are guilty of that too, like Ringo Starr. I mean, there's no two drum tracks on a Beatles catalog that are the same and all those different timings.
Mhm.
You guys, again, are what's missing. And now hearing that this is how the band you guys are put together, and it just makes so much sense. It's perfect. Like you're the perfect match. Seriously, that, you know, you say ignorance. No, that to me, that's the soul of rock and roll. So the soul of blues. It doesn't have to be about what's correct. It's what's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You know, correct and right, and two different things. And then making Jason work at it.
Yeah.
He's still
well, the money is the other great example of that, where the slower part is in 6/8, but then when it goes into the more upbeat section, it's in 4/4. So on a song like that, we were inspired by two different things. We're like, you know, we wanted sort of an Etta James sort of verse, and then when it goes into the upbeat, we want it to be kind of like, you know, Aretha Franklin or something, you know, just kind of an upbeat funk. So they were, you know, we kind of wanted the song to change into that kind of a song for a while and then go back to the original kind. So yeah, and I guess we're influenced by the bands from the 70s that did that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's hard to explain. Like, I don't know the real terminology for it, you know, like, I think maybe that's what Lacey she hears it, but she doesn't know it. Maybe it.
Well, exactly. Like I don't know how to voice it.
Yeah. But now.
And I don't know why I hear it, but I do. Yeah.
That's what to me grabs your ear, and not me just as, let's say, a fan, or, you know, somebody listening to your music the first time will instantly, whoa, what was that? Awesome. Great. Wait, rewind it. How do you do that? Like I've never really sat down yet to try to play your music, but it's still got me confused. Like, I don't know. It's cool. But what else? Carol, this is turning out to be way better than I expected.
It's okay.
I wanted, like, I knew I'd love it.
Let's ask Jason. Jason, what are your like guitar heroes, inspirations?
Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, David Gilmour, Richie Blackmore, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, I totally hear that.
Zakk Wylde, Dave Mustaine, Eddie Van Halen. I guess the people who are heroes for everyone else are heroes for me. But I would also throw in Oddly Free from Cry of Love.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah, he's totally a hero of mine. I think I'd probably be, I'd be starstruck as meeting anybody else if I met him.
Ooh, I've got the perfect place for you guys. It just hit me. Now I'm looking for ways to get you to New York City. 'Cause first of all, if you come to New York, Jason, you and I, we're going to go hang out.
Absolutely.
You and I are identical. Look up. Well, you know what? Again, it never occurred to me that you guys you're still at the kind of the start, and I feel like you've been around forever. That's how good,
Yeah.
how deep that your music is. It's like it's already got a timelessness to it. So I feel like when someone says Bourbon House, I say, yeah, they've been around for 15, 20 years.
Right.
But I mean, that's what I mean. It's very good.
Yeah. Well, that's another, another goal, like to write songs that are just timeless. That's what's so great about everybody who inspires us. It's stuff that, even young people can listen to it now and realize how awesome it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the word, and it kind of fits because I say I'm a 70s kid. It's heavy.
Yeah.
I say heavy, not heavy hard rock. It's heavy, man. It's not other heavy.
Yeah.
Like
I hear you.
Greg would say, or heavy, man. But yeah, there is a club in New York City on Broadway that I mean, I can picture you guys at just killing it and not doing one night. You look it up. It's called the Iridium.
Iridium?
Iridium.
Okay. I'm gonna write it down.
West 52nd and Broadway-ish, next to the Stardust. It's right next door to this. If you know anything about the city, they got that one big restaurant where all the waitresses and waiters are part of the show while you're eating, and they're singing and dancing. But the Iridium right next door, and it's in a basement. And everyone, Jason, that you just mentioned, if you look up, just put in Zakk Wylde Iridium, you'll see him playing there.
Yeah.
Les Paul had a residency there from 1996 to the day he died.
Oh.
Played there every week. It is the coolest. It was originally called the Iridium Jazz Club, but everyone worshipped the place. And I even got sick, like a cool sick, when I was down there for the girl that I helped promote, and I got to stand on the stage and I look over and you see Les Paul's cabinet is sitting.
Wow.
I'm standing on the place that he played, and everyone else that you just mentioned, Jason, like that we loved, played there, or if they were going too soon, they didn't get to.
Mm-hmm.
And it draws. You would own it, and they would call you back because I mean, how far, let's say, out of town have you expanded? When you're playing live so far.
Well, we just did the tour, so we went down to
All the way to Tampa and back. I mean, we played 19 states.
But we haven't gone out east at all.
That's what I was gonna. No, I mean, I would have definitely caught it. So you kind of were like a southeast swing, is that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Telling you right off the bat, you'd kill up here. Absolutely kill.
I mean, we want to.
I'm making some call.
Yeah.
Now this is the first time Carol normally does this because we've gotten to know each other a little bit since we're doing this together now. And she's usually the one fangirling over the bands. You got to come to Vegas. You got to, no, screw you. You're not getting them. They're mine. They come to New York City first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ideally, we will go both places. Ideally.
Oh, no, absolutely go to Vegas after New York City. And we're going to try to do, I got to get him into Long Island and New Jersey too.
Nice.
Love it. But yeah, now I'm done. Every question that I thought about you guys is true and more.
Good.
But I really can't, I didn't know the, let's say I guess the conception of the band. I always, in my brain, it was Bourbon House was this 4-piece band, and been around longer underneath it and it's you guys.
Yeah, it's us.
So
Yeah.
it makes so much sense now hearing all those things that I hear in your music. you're the one that hears it in your head and feels it, and Jason takes it and goes, no, I can't do that, and then he does it anyway.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, normally I say, well, anything can be done because there are no rules in music, but be aware that that is very unorthodox. We just need to make it clear to the listener that we're doing this on purpose.
Yes, which to me,
Right.
when he says like it's unorthodox, I'm like, that means we should definitely do it.
Yes, and I gotta side well with both of you, but me as the listener, like say my, because I don't review music, but I gotta say more about your music that I heard it and I said, genius. It makes no sense and makes perfect
It
sense.
makes no sense.
But no, and makes perfect sense. It works. That's what's missing. Where is that experimentation again? And that again goes back to where I call the poetry and the soul of the music that's been lost.
Right.
Mhm.
Manufactured, Pro Tools, which is fine. I'm not
Mhm.
knocking it, but like you said, Jason, this is unorthodox. Kind of disclaim it. Yes, be aware this has been done on purpose. It's not an accident, but we
Yes.
will get to it.
Yes.
And then
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people have, it often makes me think about when we're writing a song, I think they're either going to think we have no idea what we're doing or they're going to think we're geniuses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm happy.
You actually got me, and I'll never forget. It's so funny because I'm a little different. I'm listening to the music. I got it playing in the background, and I hear it all day. And then I stopped and I went, "What the fuck?" That's the way I listen to music. That's why I'd never be a good critic.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be played on anything mainstream because my responses aren't. Oh, I don't know the deep responses. I'm like, it's fucking awesome. I'm not. What the fuck was that? And then I'm listening. I'm like, holy shit. And again, I didn't know much about you, and I'm thinking band that's been around forever. And I'm like, no. And I looked in it, and now again, it makes sense. But yes, it's what's missing, and that's what I just keep repeating every time I talk. About any band, something will grab me. And you guys they're what's missing. They're what's missing. That's what does that mean? Listen,
Yep.
you'll see. Can't explain it. That soul emotion that is missing in the music, those what people, like you said, Jason, would call maybe mistakes. No, it was done intentionally. That's what's missing. That originality and taking risks in the music itself. And then you're writing the lyrics over it that makes somebody go, I just went through that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah. And it's something, again, I can't explain. Like I tell bands what they should try to, you got to, you call it, it's related, be relatable to your fans.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? And you're doing it. And I don't know how to tell you anybody to do it. I can show examples. You're like a perfect burning example of this is the kind of stuff that's missing in the music.
Oh,
There.
thank you.
I'm done. I got it all out. Thank you. Oh, Carol. Oh, Carol, you're still here. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
New York City on
We make a good team, Mike.
Yeah.
We make a good team.
Don't get me started because I'm gonna say that word pizza. This is an inside joke that now we continue.
Oh boy.
You may get it. I'm from New York City. She's from Chicago. The subject is pizza. How could that possibly go off the rails?
Right? Yeah.
We've actually had some blowouts in the middle of it. It's hilarious. All right, go ahead. What do you got?
You've been to Chicago, Lacey, am I right?
Yeah.
A week and a half ago.
I don't know if I had any pizza though.
Yeah, we did. We went for pizza the night before, remember?
I don't remember anything. I have a terrible memory.
What kind of pizza was it? Was it Lou Malnati's?
See, she's deep. We'll start. See, my question would be: was it typical Chicago like what do they call it? Deep dish?
No, it actually wasn't. We got the thin crust because we cut our carbs a little bit.
Sorry.
I win. New York City style pizza.
Oh my
I
gosh.
told you I love Bourbon
Sorry,
House.
it's just so much bread. You
It's
know?
just too much bread.
I know. It's like a
Oh my
meal.
God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat all day if I had a slice of that right now.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Exactly.
That's all
Yeah.
you need.
Oh my gosh. But I like thin crust too.
Carol,
But yes.
game, set, match. New York wins. Thank you. And you guys just gave it's too thick, it's too bready, which is
Oh my gosh.
because I go, how can it be pizza if it's really a pie?
I will say it is tasty.
It's delicious. I kid around about it, but
Mhm.
Yeah, we like it. We just didn't get it that day.
I'm out of things to say now.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless here.
Want to go to hot dogs next?
Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no.
Go ahead, Carol.
But anyway, Lacey, are you guys anxious to get back on the road? Any future tour dates we can talk about?
No future tour dates right now. We are anxious to get back out though. Right now we have the single, and then we have our full album is going to be coming out too in July.
Okay.
Music videos. We got some other stuff to do right now to keep us busy.
Nice,
but yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Awesome. Very cool.
Mhm.
I was just checking the live chat. A couple of people said hello. Your Bourbonites
Oh.
are showing up, and I always forget
Hello.
Hey,
the YouTube feed has a live chat, but I always say, yeah, ask questions, and I never look.
Right. Yeah.
I just I start talking about things like pizza and timing signatures that I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right. Exactly.
Prophetic, like I know my shit, which I don't.
Let me
But
see if I see anybody in there. Oh, I don't know where the comment section is on here anyway.
on the
I don't see nothing.
I just said if there's any questions, I'll repeat them. That's all.
Okay, well, hi, whoever is here. Thanks for coming.
Oh, and like I'll just mention real quick after we're done, I'll get you guys. This is about you, not us. I don't do whatever copyright crap or whatever else. Get you guys a copy of the whole thing,
Oh yeah, sounds good.
because what I do is after we're done is I like tomorrow or the next day I chop up like funny parts or anything.
Oh, nice.
I'll put the clips on Twitter, share away,
Yep.
TikTok now, Instagram. I'm actually catching up technically. I mean, I went from Facebook to Instagram in just a few years, which I never thought would happen. And then
Yeah, you have to get on everything. We didn't do the TikTok yet, so that's impressive that you started that too. Yeah.
I did that only because I try to practice what I preached, even though I'll never forget it was the last time I went to New York City, and I was with my daughter and her friend, not this past Christmas, the year before. And we're on the train and they're on TikTok, and I go, what did I tell you? I don't want you on that shit, right? That I'm being the father, and you don't know they're doing these stupid things. And I'm not kidding you. 4 or 5 months later, I'm asking her, how do you get followers? Because, well, I recognized, and this is the other thing that's missing from the music, maybe, I want to ask you guys, the crowd you draw, let's say a live gig, mostly older, or what do you get? Do you get some younger folks in there? Or?
Like a mix.
It depends on the place. Yeah, it's hardly ever a mix at the same place, I would say. But yeah, no, there's definitely like a younger crowd of people that are going out, and there's obviously still an older crowd as well. I wouldn't say that it's any more one than the other.
Really?
Yeah,
Because we have.
that's what I would say. Depends.
Huh.
Depends on the club. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of, I mean, because you're playing all different kind of areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, up here we have a really tough time drawing the younger crowd. So my whole thing is what's missing in the mainstream. We won't get too much into this. Why is rock and roll in the mainstream? We see all this stuff with the award shows, Super Bowl. You hear everybody crying.
Right.
bottom line is money. That's it. You know, whatever's selling at the time, that's what they're gonna push to get people to
Mhm.
watch.
Yeah.
But to me, like I keep telling people, is if you really want to see rock and roll take that step back to where let's say it was everywhere, and it's starting to happen, especially
Yeah.
starting to see these in the mainstream charts on
Yeah.
Billboard. A lot of these indie labels are poking their noses in a lot and knocking
Definitely.
off the big guys. So that's a good thing.
Yes.
But I said TikTok is where the youth is doing their thing. And sure enough, all of a sudden, everybody's there, musicians, bands, and attracting the younger audience. So last
Yeah.
spring, I started throwing videos.
Mhm. There's a lot of there's a younger audience that's also because of TikTok and like Snapchat and all those things, they're getting exposed to older music as well. You know, like Fleetwood Mac and stuff, like kind of taking off with the younger crowd right now.
Which
Pink
is
Floyd,
crazy.
like
Yeah.
Video games too are
Video
featuring
games
a lot
too.
of classic songs.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they licensed.
Queen exploded again. Everything.
Crazy.
Well, they're all good things, and even it was going to happen. I don't know if it's good, whatever next year, or the Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Joan Jett, and Poison thing, which I say is is a good entry level
Yeah,
for kids.
yeah, definitely.
Like you said, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. I'll never forget it. I was at a diner that during that time, maybe a few weeks after that came out, and I heard it's right by a local community college, and there were these, I say goofy young kids in there that you could tell rock and roll isn't their thing, and they're like, "Did you hear that song, Bohemian?" And I'm like, thinking, "Wow,
Oh my
but
gosh.
cool."
Right. Yes, exactly.
For
It's
what-
all about exposure. It has nothing to do with like, I don't think it has really anything to do with the sound. It's whatever is popular becomes popular based on what's being shown to you. You know.
Exactly. And it proves that
Yep.
the music is the music, and if you maybe
Yeah.
just get to taste it, they'll like it.
Yeah.
I know. I like it.
I love
I
it.
like your stuff.
Why I'm still,
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
and I get a kick out of doing this. But again, I'm 55 years old, and I found, you guys are another example of what I keep saying to everybody. The bands are still out there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, you're not gonna hear it on the radio right now.
Right.
Stop with the old attack and whatever. You got it. Rock and roll's adapted, and we're catching up.
Hmm. Yeah. There's a
Social,
lot of newer rock bands that have a great sound and like a kind of an older sound that are kind of making it all come back and be a good thing. So
it's just
Right.
it's rock and roll DNA. That's what I-
yeah, yeah. And you don't hear them on the radio. Like, I don't know, even like Rival Sons right now, I feel like it's probably one of the biggest bands with like kind of an old school sound.
Mhm.
I hear them on the radio once in a while. Like, what's going on? Why aren't they being played?
The
Like, way
DJ's
more.
all time.
So yeah, I mean, it's just
DJ's out of the loop now. They're really just the DJ is kind of like it mimics everything. I keep coming up with these analogies of music. The DJ is just the guy that's the presenter now. It used to be the DJ that had the reputation of we got to get our song to Wolfman Jack, and hopefully he plays it on his radio station.
right. Hmm.
Now that playlist that we usually hear on any of these stations, especially classic rock, which it's the same 25 songs played,
Yeah.
No, right?
Yes.
but even like the new alternative stations, it just mimics what's being pushed mostly by the bigger mainstream.
Hmm.
And that's why it makes no sense, but they sit down and they literally crunch the numbers. They don't go by, hey, this is what's taken off in the colleges or anything. They don't do that anymore.
Right.
It's literally science or whatever I call lack of humanity, I guess, or again, soul.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we just need bands like you. Like I say, us as fans have to support you. And that means,
Yeah, and yeah, that was kind of, my point in saying all that, like not being heard on the radio is not to like shit on the radios at all. Like I'm just,
Right.
it's just not how things are done anymore. It's a different era. I mean, they're a very successful band, and there's a lot of bands who are successful without that. They have other things going on. So that's, I don't know, that's what we're focusing on anyway, what we can do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I never really looked. Your production, you're still self-produced? I never looked.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Everything's.
I mean, every engineer we've worked with has had valuable input though. But yeah, we're self-produced as well.
And now what, the new song's coming out in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes.
Is this gonna be one of more to follow, or dropping singles? What's the approach once, like?
This will be the last single that we drop off of this album, like before this album comes out. So this album has Devil on My Heels on it, Too High to Care, 6,000 Miles, and then Dead in the Water. Those will be the release songs that come out on this album, and then there's
Very cool.
6 more. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be able to say I'm looking forward to another album.
Yay.
It's been happening more and more. I can finally put away all my classic rock albums. It's been a long journey for me.
Yeah.
I want to see you guys in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
After New Year.
After New Year.
If you guys like Italian food, I'll take you down a little Italy. Oh yeah.
Italian food.
Huh?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And
Sounds
you may not be able to walk, that night on stage.
good.
Because they feed you.
It has to be on an off day.
Yeah, there you go.
Should we let these
You go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
ask them the final question?
Yeah.
Is there
Yep.
anything else you guys want to add that I didn't cover? Or did we get it all?
I think you got it all. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I got lost after the pizza battle.
Yeah, I know.
I made my
That's a whole other show,
good.
folks.
I'll sit back. But you know what? We have the final question, and it's a simple one that turned out to be notoriously difficult. But now I kind of got your influences. But it's if you were able to choose, living or gone, past or present, and to collaborate with any artist or band, who would it be? Each of you guys individually. One time.
Mine's easy.
Right away.
Mine's easy, and I already said it, basically. Chris Cornell.
Yep. I kind of.
I love him.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure I would want to collaborate with another guitar player because
That never
it would
worked.
feel like a competition, or maybe like
Yep.
like you're getting schooled by Stevie
Well,
Ray Vaughan or Jimi Hendrix or
right.
something.
I wouldn't have chosen
Right.
a female singer.
But two singers can do a duet. If two lead guitar players are in the same band, it's kind of like they have to compete.
So you gotta pick a drummer.
It's kind of weird. So yeah, I would maybe choose John Bonham or Jim Morrison, something like that. Just some iconic, eccentric figure that you could brag about working with.
Very good.
That's the other band. You just said it. And I keep hearing all these different sounds in your music.
Tones.
The Doors. That's it.
Yes.
That's the other sound.
Yeah.
You know when you can't remember something and finally you remember it like 3 days later? That's what just happened now. There was something else that you guys I hear and I just could never. The Doors.
Nice.
All right. Now
There you go.
I'm happy. They like New York pizza. They were influenced by everything that I thought and even better. This was awesome. I love it.
You've made his night complete.
Yay. Thank you
You've
so
made my
much.
night complete too. Thank you so much.
It's been nice meeting both of you.
All right, thanks a lot. And as soon as the video and the song are out, obviously I'll be plastering it all over our stuff.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Can't
Sounds
wait.
good. Thank you.
Thanks.
You got it. I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Go to bed. Relax.
Night, night.
Night.
See ya.
Awesome.
It
You
was
know what
great.
interesting? No, like I said, I knew from the first time I heard them, there was something different about them that I could never really peg. And now it all makes sense. Like you get these, what do you get? These impressions of things,
Yeah.
you know, and for some reason, I knew they were a new band, but I didn't know the story previous to them becoming a 4-piece band, which is they are the actual backbone of the band. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
their sound is literally, they're so different yet so same. And I always picked up those the changes in their music, and I'm like, it's brilliant because if you don't know what they, like you said, they almost have to disclaim it that we did this on purpose, and then it all makes sense. But it just goes back to where I keep saying, and I'll just keep repeating this in general. The bands out there today are trying. And there are bands out there that are doing things that nobody's recognizing, that originality, there's no fear of experimentation, the
Nope.
writing lyrics that are deep, which Lacey and
These
Jason,
guys are great. I love it.
and you can't absorb their music in one shot. That's what anyone that I've introduced them to, you have to listen. They're not, it's not like AC/DC where you turn it on and no matter what AC/DC you play, you know it's AC/DC. There's just something, it's obvious AC/DC. This band has so many different layers.
Facets, layers.
Yeah, and
I was trying to think of the word layers. Yeah.
you go on. Like I said, that's why for 2 reasons I don't do reviews. I'm not good at reviews. And my opinion means nothing. But when I hear a band like this, that I could wax on for hours about their music.
Oh, yeah.
Because me, as someone that loves it, I may not understand how to convey what like Lacey was saying, that she can hear it in her head, but it's hard to put into the, let's say, the technical term or whatever. Jason's the musician, and he's, he'll say, well, that, there's the rules of music, but those rules are also, when you break them the right way, that's when magic comes out. Awesome. And yes, oh my God, it didn't hit me till tonight. Them at the Iridium. You got to look up this club.
Okay.
And you'll see what I mean. It's not a big room, but it's a
How do you spell it?
IRIDIUM, Iridium.
Okay. Is it in New York City?
What I mentioned. Please. Actually, I'm going to be walking right by it Saturday. It's
okay. So it is in New York. Okay, cool.
It's actually in Times Square, but it's up 52nd Street, West 52nd, right? West 52nd, East 52nd. I always forget. It's right next to the Stardust. But little joint, it's just old neon sign sitting out there. You go in, there's a box office. And if you've never been there before, you're looking to see this club. No, now you go downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's got that speakeasy thing. And I mean, holy shit. I could hear Lacey sing in that place. And like I said, go look it up, look at the
I
picture.
love old clubs like that. Because they have a few in Baltimore that I wish I would have seen. Hopefully this next trip, hopefully over the summer, I'll get to really dive into some of them older clubs.
Well, the thing is, every once in a while, I'll get on a mission. And a few of the artists here that know me, that have been around a long time, and you probably know who some of them are because you see, I'm a little more biased to them. But after talking to them and really understanding, and I have no problem making a couple of calls and getting that to happen if they're, because this costs money. You don't want to come to New York City just for one gig.
Right.
You got to make a swing.
Yeah. You got to make it worth it.
It's the kind of place that if you play there and you put that on your resume, first of all, you never know who might be And word gets, it's one of those places in the city that once you play there and certain people hear you, word gets around.
And people just walk in.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is this kind of a, they're one of the few places that are left of, let's say, the old school. Did you hear? And someone may have been there.
Got it.
This band, it could be this band Bourbon House played here the other day. You got to hear them. Yeah, we got some video. We got some sound. They just killed it. Even if it was 3 people in there, that's the kind
Wow.
of. But they've built themselves. She's doing a great job because, and again, using the social media and the Bourbonites. As soon as I post something, they're all over Keep Rock Alive, the fans. They love them. They love that. The fans love their band. The band loves their fans. That's
Yeah.
key.
That's how it should be, though.
Yep. And they've got the music and the chops to back it up. But I just missed the question. But they're gonna be.
I love them.
They're gonna be my next mission. I would love to see them play the Iridium in New York City, and there's just a slew of places in New Jersey.
Up the East Coast, I'm sure. Jersey, Baltimore, even.
Jersey especially. Yeah. Baltimore, yeah. And that's what you got to do. That's why they took that Southeast swing, and their sound obviously matches perfect in those states. But
Yeah.
like I said, Iridium Jazz Club, technically jazz, but you got, again, when you look it up, you'll see some of the guys that have played there. They're metal guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to look it up and do
Right.
some history.
Yeah, they look at this place and worship it for the people that have played there. That's what, like, you walk in and Zach Wilde's guitar is on the wall. Les Paul's guitar.
Oh, wow.
Walk down the stairs in a glass case over your head. So,
That's crazy. I can't wait to look up.
Les Paul's actual gold top. His old speaker amp cabinet, whatever it is, it's so old. Like an idiot, I'll never forget it. I put a guitar case on top of it. They didn't even care. And I'm like, and then I found out this was Les Paul's. Get that off there. Yeah. And
Wow.
it's one of those kind of places. And it's really, it's a sit down, eat kind of place. And then in front of the stage is they have the seats. But it's cool. And just
The vibe.
Yep. Tons of vibe the second you walk in. And that's, again, it blows my mind. Like, that place hasn't had a gig in over a year now.
Wow.
These fucking places need to open.
Yeah. I mean, come on, folks. Let's get the US back open.
I don't want to preach and contradict what I said to you before we went live, which was, we're this close to the end. Let's not fuck it up too. But New York State now, upstate, Westchester County and North, Long Island, the venues are opening now.
Right.
To X amount. I just heard the governor talking about it again today, but still the city is behind. And that's another reason I just want to go down there Saturday.
Check it out for yourself.
I want to see, and who the hell was I talking to today? Or yesterday, just about when you walk around, I'm going to be blown away by the amount of just stores that are closed everywhere through the whole city.
I hope they get them open soon.
The stores, you're never going to see that come back the way it was. Everything's changed.
No.
Everything that way is switched online. But bottom line is nothing can replace live music. And there's a lot of places down there that I don't know how, in the name of God, if they pay rents, how they kept up or how they're going to keep up, or if this government thing is what's bailing them. I don't know.
Well, most of the shows that have been released this week are like July, August, nothing before that.
Right. And what was it? June 1st? Because it looks like June is when they're going to reopen Broadway. Once
Right.
Broadway's reopen again, that's when everything else follows and just falls right in behind. Because Broadway,
Yeah.
when that's open, everything's open.
That kind of makes sense.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be, like you said, the same thing. Masks,
Yeah.
limited to whatever percentage capacity at the time. But again, the vaccinations, I don't know. I hope it gets done. We got it. Now I'm starting to get antsy that you're not going to make up for this lost time now. It has to use this summer to get everybody back on stage. And then next year, yes, will be normal. Meaning, no blown, no bullshit, no masks. I know a lot of people still agree with it. No, we're not going to live the rest of our lives wearing masks. It's not going to happen.
No.
And eventually this will be a bad fucking nightmare. It came and went. And somewhere down the road, there's going to be another pandemic. It will happen again. That's nature. But maybe smarter and know how to deal with it now that it really happened like this. Who knows? Bottom line, I can't wait to hear that now. Then I got a heavy song coming out already.
I know, that's going to be sweet.
Like I said, and then there's hints of heavy in the music. It hasn't been, and you can see Jason, how his eyes light up when you start talking riffs. He's the guitar.
I know. You two were like going at, I figure I'm going to.
I said, oh, we're going to hang out. He basically repeated that, and he said it too. We're that typical list of guys that influenced us.
He's an amazing guitar player. I've seen his work. He's great.
But now I know where the sound, she's the sound, and he takes it and makes it work.
Yeah.
Like she's got all these things go in her head, and she says, she hands him 5 things that don't go together. It's kind of.
And then he just figures it out.
Make it work. Well, no, just make it work.
Yeah.
I don't care how you got to do it. Just make it work. And
that's crazy.
And I love that they go back and forth. That's how you write music, because you don't know what's going to come out. And
that's how you make the magic happen.
And like this, they had the name of the song, which is a great way to do things because it gives you that, what the theme is going to be. The song title first, now write the song.
That's what, a lot of artists do that. They'll come up with a title first and then they'll bring in the bones for it. Wow, that's crazy.
Kind of like taking the fortune out of a fortune cookie and saying, okay, now write the song to the fortune.
Yeah.
Cool, but it makes sense. With the names of the songs, you can almost tell what they should be about, And again, that's getting people to listen. Like I didn't know 6,000 Miles was about being that far, and I go, that should be my fucking theme song. Get away from the people that you're leaving in the past. How far do I gotta go? It's beautiful.
Yeah. When he said that, the way he said it, I'm like, wow, it totally makes sense.
Yep. All right, so what time is it? How long are we talking? You're on a good hour too.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. I didn't want to keep them too long.
Yeah.
But Saturday night, Butterside. Anybody that might be watching or whatever doesn't know them, their last song that I posted, they did with Carla Harvey, featured also on vocals, which anybody that knows Butcher Babies.
Yep.
It's half the vocal team with Heidi. Butcher Babies was they're metal. They're metal, but they can also sing.
Yeah.
If you don't know them, check them out. But since I decided that as of Friday, when my COVID vaccination is 14 days and I'm cleared, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge and I'm going to the city to the point where I was going to say, I'm out, just do it on your own. But then I got thinking, why not? If I'm going to stay down, be down there, why not just do my part from Times Square? Fuck it. Something different. The big lights of Broadway, the bright lights. And, that's so going to be a clip. The Chicago pizza is too bready. You didn't see that coming.
Every time.
Because what they didn't know is we were laughing about it before we went live, and they're right around the corner from where I get, so they gotta love my pizza. Wrong. I love it.
They're thin crust people. okay.
Where am I? Oh, yeah, yeah. It's all backwards. Thumbs up. Right
Right.
there, they won me over. We'll save hot dogs for next week.
Yeah.
I decided I probably will not be going to Coney Island. I might go to Staten Island, visit some family.
Oh, okay.
There's always Coney Island on the way back. I can get it done, unless I stay over Saturday night. I'll figure it out. I don't want to come back here. I hate it up here. And you know,
I don't blame you.
I want to go back. I want to go back home. The land
I don't
of
blame you at all.
only there is
I
one
can't-
who could snuff it out because it's getting a little crazy down there for other reasons with what's going on.
Uh-huh.
If it's too crazy, I'm not going to go into the city.
Okay, good idea.
If you're watching the news,
Yeah.
it's happening again. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be there for that. Other than that, that's it. So we got Butterside
Yep.
on Saturday. And like we were talking before, Lacey and Jason popped in. We're going to start working our way to handing off the better chunk of these lives, or whatever you want to call them, to you. And it's going to be Carol's thing, whatever you name it, it'll be a spinoff.
I already have a name.
Really? Well, do I get the exclusive? What it's going to
Yeah, I guess you can have the exclusive. That way everyone that's watching will know. God, I'm nervous. It's like a little baby. I'm like exposing
Wait
to
a
the
minute, let's see if I can
world.
figure it out. Does it have anything to do with your name that you used?
Not really.
Nothing,
No.
nothing Vegas.
No, it's gonna be Carol Neven on the rocks.
Ah. That
I could use Keno Queen. I've been going back and forth with that, but it's gonna be on the rocks with Carol Neven.
that works. Huh.
I've actually polled a few of my closest friends and they love it.
Do it.
Yep, that's
And we'll start pushing everybody your way with the,
work in progress.
we'll start pushing everybody when you're ready to do it.
Yeah, I gotta get set up and all that. So we'll,
Please get it back.
because I'll have two shows. I'll have my show and I'll have Michelle Lewis and Carol Nevin show. Zoom in.
Get a background, please.
Yes, yes. My computer needs updates. I'm working on that. There was a glitch, or I already would have had one.
You mean for Zoom?
Yeah.
The Zoom backgrounds weren't working?
No.
Huh.
So I'm gonna try to do the update and see. Because
Right.
I'm already signed up, so for Zoom, but I mean, I don't have the Zoom like you have the Zoom. So it's weird. It won't let me.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe because you're just signing in, you're just coming in as the
Yeah.
joining.
So I think once I do the Zoom, then I'll be able to do my background.
I don't even know how to, because I just, when I first did, I paid the $14.99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't pay for it, so
But you'll
I'll
figure.
figure it out.
And what else? I don't spend a lot of money. I only
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah.
KRA Live
I'm-
use Zoom and my
Yeah.
normal internet connection. And that's
Yeah.
it. I went and bought a cheap webcam just so I had a little better DPI with the picture. Because I was using my
Yeah.
laptop at first and it was just shit. This seems it cost me $20.
Yeah.
I don't spend money on any of this stuff.
Yeah. I have the Apple widescreen, so the camera looks pretty good. So
Cool. All right. Well, that was awesome. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll download and do the same thing. I'll get-
okay. Do you want me to do the snippets or are you gonna do them?
Oh, this is mine.
Okay.
Pizza first.
Oh, I like the pop. I love pop snippet. That was great, Mike.
I didn't leave it up though. That was cruel.
No, it was okay. I was laughing. I
Like
got a few laughs out of it.
ankles.
I'm like, that's cool. I liked
Years
it.
ago when that stupid, it was
You'll
called,
never offend me, Mike. Trust me, you'll never offend me.
what did it say? I'm popular, and then that was a video that went viral years ago.
And with the what was it? Is that a wood beaver or something?
So they called it surprise gopher. That was something.
Yeah.
But then,
Oh my God. I laughed so hard.
it goes, and I wasn't a Miley Cyrus fan until Plastic Hearts, and I'm like, oh my God, does she know she's live?
Oh my God, that was great though. I played that back multiple times. I think I saved it somewhere.
It
was
Yeah, I
great.
can send it to you. I said I've got it here, but
It was great.
and then you made the biggest mistake of saying, "Oh, we could pick her apart all day." And I'm like, "Yes, let's do it." Absolutely, I'm on board.
Oh my God, I know.
Huh?
I'm like, did I really say that?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
I was rolling.
oh well,
It got funnier the more times you watch it.
I know. It did actually. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty
On the
hilarious.
Rocks with Carol Neven, pop fan. I'm gonna do that. I'll review you. I'll Photoshop Miley Cyrus t-shirts.
Oh my gosh.
But seriously, the KRA Live thing for me was just another phase and a tool.
I know.
And that's why when you asked about this, there was no hesitation. No, I want you to take it and eventually run with it. And I'm just going to do them sporadically for
Yeah,
Bourbon.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. It'll be a
uh,
spin-off for, yeah.
And
I mean, you taught me a lot, Mike, so I can't let you down.
nothing to teach. That's another thing. And this is something that, again, I watch, I've had run-ins with people and stuff. It's simple. Have fun.
Yeah,
Treat the people like people. Be yourself. Play the music. Stop using words, and I see it all the time. Me, mine, I. No. You don't exist without them.
right.
Okay? Whatever it is, my this. I did this with that on mine. No. Keep Rock Alive is about them, not me, not you.
Right.
Until we mentioned
It's about the music.
but it's all about I almost said it's all about the pizza. I can't get it out of my fucking head.
Oh my
It's all about
God.
the pizza. I mean music.
I swear, Mike, as soon as I get off right now, I'm looking up Lou Malnati's and I'm going to see if I can get a pizza flown in for Saturday.
I don't care.
We're going to have a pizza off. I'm telling you.
I have
It's
my,
going to happen.
and I don't like, again, because I don't, I say I don't review it, I don't critique, and I don't like to be biased, but obviously I'm a fucking human being, kind of, and I have my favorites. Mariah Famika is the reason for Cape Rock Alive. Okay, I have no problem. She's got, if everybody, you listen to her sing, the girl is unfucking believable. Okay, her band Plush have been, you don't know what to expect when she put this band together, and I'm like,
right.
the kid's fucking brilliant. They are like perfect together. So that's always going to be the reason why I do this. But then there's all these other bands that I've met along the way that I genuinely enjoy and like, and I don't like throwing words like love around, but as a fan, as people first, and like just this conversation tonight with Lacey and Jason, good people. And then you hear the real story behind the music, not behind the band, the story behind the music, and now it all makes sense. Bands like I love in the UK, Massive Wagons. I love that band for a whole bunch of different reasons, but I've acquired a couple of them have cracked into, let's say, if I have a top 20 in my brain of music and bands that I like, some of these new bands have bumped those old bands out. Okay, not going to say who or whatever. There's always going to be my number one and number two will always be Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, and that changes day to day because they're the biggest influences on me as a fan of music. It made me a rock and roll fan. And
like my favorite is, I mean, I love Raven Tree. I cannot say enough about Raventree.
But how cool.
They are such an amazing band. It was such an amazing experience to see them play their first show live out of pandemic. It was amazing.
If this, see, I don't know your backstory too much about like where you changed and started discovering new music. If it's always been a long come or it's something new, I don't know.
No,
Never had that conversation with you. But you got to experience the same thing I did the first time I went to see Mariah almost 5 years ago. Jesus.
yeah,
Play in Albany. And I heard her the first time live and met her family and everybody. And I was already running her fan page and stuff and starting to help out. And I remember I designed her backstage passes. I forgot about that. And 2 years later, whatever the fuck it was, when she came down and played the Chance, it was a Ladies Who Rock kind of night thing.
right.
And her bass player didn't show up, and I'd always kid around. I said, you know, eventually I want to get to a gig where I can sit in for sound check, which was never like even. And then I did, and I was like just blown away by hearing this kid from behind her on stage.
Wow.
You know, and hearing her over the monitors, and I like, I give up. You're just out of control.
It just doesn't it blow you away? Like when I was in rehearsals with Mike, Tony, and Phoenix, I was just like, I can't believe I'm here.
When you have when there's something that you're personally vested in, it's totally different. Like, you know, the first time I saw Van Halen, the first time I saw, yes, awesome.
Right.
Okay. But not like the first time when it's someone that you, let's say, you converse with, you start to set up somewhat of a, more of a closer relationship to personally in your brain.
Yep.
You know, just like I said, the night I walked in and her dad handed me one of the backstage passes, and I knew then, and I'll give myself a little bit of fucking credit, that I knew back then this kid was going to make it. And the first time I heard her, I said, holy shit. And like I said, back then she still had her baby voice, and you know, the music was very safe.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, safe.
You just know.
She's become a woman. Now she's a woman doing, I mean, I can't talk to it, but I mean, the music that they've got, it is now she's reached, I want to say real, but she's the level of what you see happening now is being played on the radio. She's on Sirius, they're on Sirius Octane. They look great together. Now people, and I noticed a lot of people said that with the Isolation clip. That clip on Keep Rock Alive, because again, it doesn't, not on Twitter very well, 450 likes. That's a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
For people to actually and say, wow, they're the real, you know, their music, they're the real thing. They're playing. They're not, you know, they're not playing the tracks. They're not all surface. They can fucking play. And they've only been together technically 6-8 months. What's going to happen when they get on stage?
And hit the road.
Hit the road, and they start to, and you know, now the other part is going to come into play, and I'll say it, the guys are going to love them.
Oh yeah.
Just
they better get security. They're going to need it.
All four of them, forget it. They are every part of the package that is rock and roll. They've got it all. And that's it. I think I can see what happens. What else do we got? I'm out of gas. Completely out of gas, like I was telling you before.
I know. I mean, with everything that you've had going on this week.
But 48 hours. All right.
I'm jealous. Okay, so Butterside on Saturday.
Live from Times Square.
Live from Times Square. It's Mike from KRA.
And then I cut out like 30 seconds of
it. You know, let's hope not. I'll be like, hi.
You're on your own.
I can handle it.
What was it? That scene in Wayne's World where it was just Garth. Wayne? It's just his face.
Garth. Wayne, Garth.
All right. Let's
All
go.
right.
I'll edit this up. We'll send it to, like I said, I'll get it out to you and we'll start putting out the clips.
Okay.
Peace. Everyone else.
See ya.
Still here.
Safe travels, Mike.
Ramble. Oh no, you'll hear from me.
Okay.
I'll let you know what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Rock on.
Later.